What's up, guys? Matt here, coming at you with another quick video. This one taking a quick look at this new Furitek 6x6. Really excited about this because this is something we don't have. The 6x6s that are out there, say the Atlas 6x6, that sort of thing, they're 18th scale, but you can make them more like a 24. There's not a lot of size difference. I wish I still had my Atlas 6x6. I actually let that thing go a while back. We would have kind of put them side by side, but the bodies are basically the exact same. This is off of the Atlas 6x6. It's a clear one I painted, and I use it for my 24s. As you can see, almost the exact same body. It's just Lexan. So these are very, very similar, but this is completely custom. So this is an RTR, but I would almost like start my own class for these. This is like a CRTR. It's a custom ready to run. The Atlas and some of the other ones, Cheyenne, and like some of those 6x6s that are offered, Panda has one, I think, I don't know, but those are RTRs. The electronics pretty much suck, and there's not a lot of aftermarket stuff for those, whereas this is a little more pricey, but it is dead set ready to roll. All right, so it has the best of the best. So this thing comes in at $389 with the transmitter. So if you want to buy it just ready to go, throw your battery in it, you're good. $389, and that's why I'm mentioning the price difference and the quality difference between the Atlas and some of those others, because that's like twice the price, a little more than twice the price. But you have the carbon fiber chassis, you have mag mount here, you have brushless. You're set. This is basically like if I wanted to take a 6x6 and build it to the max, you're pretty much setting there. So there's a lot here, and so we're going to talk about it a little bit, and then I'll get into running it later. I've been having like internet issues at the house, so I haven't uploaded a lot this last week, and just been kind of like an old school Christmas with the family, no internet. We've just been chilling, having fun, and so I haven't did a lot. I've had a few people message me, like checking on me, make sure I'm still good, because I haven't posted in a week or so, but just kind of enjoying the holiday, but definitely wanted to get on top of this because I'm really excited about it. So let's talk about this thing. So first off, the looks. I like what they did, like the shiny paint on this. Let's see, how it holds up and everything, but it looks really good. I kind of wish we had a little more of the detail, windshield and the snorkel and the grill and stuff. Maybe that's something they're going to put on them eventually. I don't know. But I have a lot of that stuff laying around because this is the same body as the FCX24. So, I have extra of those things. I will probably put on mine just because for a 6x6, I kind of like a little more looks. I don't normally try to get max performance out of my 6x6 because honestly, they perform so much better than a 4x4, just because of all the extra wheels and stuff. Now, they are super long and a little harder to maneuver, but they're almost like cheating. So I think I would like to see a little more of that stuff. But besides that, like I'm nitpicking, that, because besides that, we got a lot going on here. This thing is crazy how light it feels too. For a 6x6, I could not believe when I picked this thing up how light it is. The carbon fiber and everything, the aluminum links and stuff, it just really works, I guess, because this entire rig is 371 grams. So 371 grams on a 6x6. That is crazy. And some people out there are like weight crazy. They want weight here, there, and everywhere. I like to start very light and then add weight where I want. This, I don't even know that we'll need a ton of weight in the front. So it's so long, like maybe we will to kind of keep the front end down, but I'm pretty much going to run it as it is. But, if you start light like this and then put the weight where you need it down low, that's the best way for me. And I don't go crazy with weight. I like just a little bit here and there. That's everybody's personal preference. But anyways, this thing, so you got the mag mount, really nice. Goes on pretty easy. The only thing is there's not really anything catching the back, so if you take too hard of a hit on the front, it's going to pop up. It's one of the reasons I've been using Velcro a lot lately, because I get tired of magnets. You know, if I come in and hit a rock like this and it just like jacks up my body. But it is nice that there's magnets already mounted, everything good to go there. You can rig up something back here just to kind of hold that rear a little better. But I think it'll be fine for most of the time. And these sliders are really nice. I'm going to have to order some of these for my other Cayman. Very, very nice. I like how they fit. Got a nice shape to them. Good and slick. You can see with the body on, they fit the body pretty well. If I was really going all out custom on this, I'd probably even cut the body right there, just so that it didn't have anything to snag. Because if a rock comes up through here just right, you're gonna catch that. But very rarely is that gonna happen probably, but that's my personal opinion on it. Really, you know, all you need here is your battery. One thing I really like seeing, I like this plastic case on the Lizard Pro. So if you don't know, this comes with the Lizard Pro, and they've did a very good job with this wiring. You don't get RTR stuff often that looks this good with the wiring. Everything tucked into the center here. They've even rolled up the servo wire so it's not extra dangly everywhere. Really good job wiring and everything, nice and clean. This Lizard Pro, an absolute monster. I have a video on it, so you can check that out, but sweet that this has the Lizard Pro in it. So we've got Furitek's transmitter. They call it like the Piccolo, I think. Kind of a basic transmitter, but it's good for an RTR. It's one of the breakaways. Breaks away for nice storage. Throw some double A's in it. You have 3 channels, so you have an extra channel there if you want to add some lights and stuff. You can definitely do that and put it on this switch here. We've got this Furitek brushless system. So we've got the mini Stellar transmission with the mini Komodo motor in here. And this thing is ultra smooth. Have it in one of my other rigs, been running a lot. And it's really, really nice. Got the Springbok servo, which is a very good RTR type servo. Better than most, better than SEX24 servo without a doubt. I would put it along the same lines as the FCX stock servo, but pretty dang good servo there. You get the aluminum links on the steering already upgraded, so that's nice. You don't have to worry about the noodle on these things. You guys, most people know by now, that steering link, they've toughened it up a little bit, but it's still pretty bendy. And then you've got all aluminum links, all 4 linked, so you don't have to deal with trying to, get links and 4 link and all that. You got the portals from the FCX that are very good portals. I have not broke one of these CVDs yet. And I run my FCXs pretty hard. Pretty much all of my builds, I've kind of gone to these portals now just because they are so reliable. Yes, I would prefer a straight axle on some of my more, like comp type builds that I really want to get performance out of. But I broke so many like dog bones, and even the CVDs that are made for the SX24, I was just breaking them all the time, and I just got tired of it. Now that I've ran these for so long with no issues, I just don't even bother. I just go straight to these. I like having no worm gears in here, so we're ring and pinion. It just gives you more wheel speed. With a good system like this brushless setup, the drag brake from the worm gears isn't needed. It's all pretty smooth. We'll run it here in a minute. But the nice carbon fiber, like I said, it's so light, it's crazy. It's probably lighter than this. I don't know. Let's check it just to see. So this thing weighs, hopefully you can see it, 409 grams, 10 it says there. So this is 410, and this thing was what, 380, something like that with the body, 371. That's nuts. All right. So part of that is getting rid of that 2-speed transmission, the extra servo and all that stuff. You know, really it's not needed with this brushless setup because you're going to have the wheel speed that this has in high, and you're going to have a better slow crawl so than that has in low. I mean, those have really good electronics for the most part. Now that they're trying to throw the V2 in there, I'm a little wishy-washy on that, but the slow crawl and stuff's really good on those. Not trying to knock that at all, but it's amazing with this. So really it's the best you can get. Everything moves so nice and free. It's all just, it works. It just works. Got the same shocks from like the Cayman on there, and you know, I haven't had too much trouble with these. Once they get some dirt in them every now and then, you have to kind of clean them out because they will hang a little, but you can see how nice and free that's all moving. It just all works. It just really works. So I'm going to throw a battery in this so we can check it out a little bit, and we'll talk some more about it. So you can go 2 or 3S on this, being that it has the Lizard Pro. I just wanted to show you, even a stock SCX24 battery will work in there just fine. So no need to go upgrading batteries if you have a bunch of those. And if I can get my fat fingers in here, we'll plug it in. All right, so they have the on-off switch in this case is right here. Maybe a little bit hard to get to with your finger. Works well like that. Are we bound? Yes. So it looks like my steering's a little bit off. You can see there out of the box. So you've got your steering trim up here. That's the wrong way. So that's all it takes. So you have your steering and throttle trims. Throttle looking good. Very nice slow crawl on this thing. I can't believe how light it is. I'm telling you, every time I pick this thing up, I'm like, geez, are you serious? So just so you can kind of see the motor and everything working. Look at the slow crawl on that 6x6. Very, very nice. Wow, fast too. So let's see what the little transition is like here. So you can run this thing pretty much as slow as you want. Everybody kind of knows that. And then you can ease in. And I was told by Furitek they have a new update coming for most of these, for these ESCs, to make that transition even smoother. I've gotten used to it. If you get used to it on your transmitter, like, you're going to have a little jump at some point, but I mean, it's very, very good. Very, very good. And the slow crawl is insane. I mean, you can move this thing as slow as you want. Very quick on 2S even. So that's definitely nice. This does have some decent filling tires on it. I don't know that these are going to be like great, but they feel better than a lot of RTR stuff. I feel like they feel a little better than these. You know, those are kind of like a tractor tire style tire, you know, but I don't see them being great. If you're really wanting a lot of performance, you're probably going to change these out. They got some really nice looking wheels. These are not bead locks, and they're actually not glued. They do have a foam in there, as you can see. So you could glue these if you wanted, and you may need to, because if you notice that it's spinning on the wheel fairly easy. So if you get in a spot where those are not pulling, you're just spinning the wheel. So a little bit of tire glue on those maybe, but it gives you the option to just change your tires if you want to use these wheels, because these look like a standard 1.0 wheel, I assume. So you could easily glue a new tire on there if you wanted, I would suggest going bead locks so you don't have to deal with glue. But it's nice that you got them. That way you can run it right out of the gate. I'm going to take this thing over to the course. We'll get a little running on it and talk about how it does over there on the course. So this thing actually drove pretty well on the indoor course. It's not something I think I would put on my foam course. That's a very tight course. And just this thing being as long as it is and everything, it would struggle on it. You'd have to make some 10-point turns and stuff, but it ran this setup really well. And that's kind of why I built this course the way I did, a little more open so I could test 18th scale and, 6x6 24s, I guess you would say here, and that sort of thing. It's neat to watch the third axle where you just kind of grab traction sometimes, where a four-wheel drive would be spinning. You have that third axle that kind of grabs and goes. So really cool to watch it run. And I had fun driving it around the course. The tires, they did pretty good for a stock tire. I mean, we all changed the tires. And I think some different tires, a little heavier wheel, and this thing would be set, Not that it doesn't do really well like it is. Honestly, you can get this thing and drive it exactly how it is and have a blast with it. I just feel like most people will probably change the tires, the wheels and tires, and that's really all this thing could need, in my opinion. It is very, very dialed. It's kind of like the Cayman, that thing straight out of the box. You can just get it and run it. And that's why there's a lot of people that's been messaging me about it and a lot of people picking those up, I feel like, because that thing is really good. And I mean, honestly, if you're starting out, it's the best place to put your money, in my opinion. You don't have to go buying this and that to upgrade. There's something fun about making your own build also. So if you decide to go that route, obviously I do that a lot. But if you're looking to just jump in and have like one of the best straight out of the box, these things that Furitek are putting together are just amazing. You're not going to get the great slow crawl and throttle and everything. Every now and then on here, you'll notice my transition to reverse is a little jumpy. That's mostly me getting used to the transmitter. One-hand driving as well definitely plays a part in that. You can totally be smooth with it. You just kind of got to get used to it. And the thing about these, this has the Lizard Pro in it. You pull up the Furitek app, you can adjust your throttle curves and all of that. So a little bit of playing around, a little bit getting used to it, and this thing will be super smooth like everything else. But overall, I had a lot of fun with it. This is one that you can buy, take it out, have a blast, and it really don't need anything. I feel like the way it sits, it is 100% the best 6x6 we have seen. And, it's only going to get better if you do anything to it, So really happy with what Furitek is doing with these RTRs, or the CRTRs, I'm going to start calling them, the custom ready to runs. Yeah, the servo on this did great. It is a little louder. You hear these servos, but, it works. It's strong. No issues with that. It drove great. I really enjoyed it, and it's pretty cool that I'm able to maneuver it around on the indoor course here as well as I did. I mean, it's as easy to maneuver around as like the 18th Rock van. I drove that thing. We've messed around with it some on this course, and this is basically just as easy as that to maneuver around. It's longer, but having just the Power Wagon cab on it, the body never gets in the way or anything like that. It's really nice. So I'm excited to throw the windshield and stuff in mine. On a 6x6, I like kind of having the detail. I'm not all about performance normally on my 6x6 because, to be 100% honest, I normally don't run them that much. That's why I sold my Atlas. I never used it. But I feel like this one, I'll get some use with it because it drives so well. For one, it's got the brushless system from Furitek in it. Much better electronics than that Atlas had. So I think it will definitely be a fun rig. So you guys let me know what you think about it. I'll leave you with some running here. I think these are on pre-order, so I'll put a link in the description. Definitely check it out if you're looking to pick one of these up. I'll also link a lot of my favorite stuff in the description as well. I always appreciate you guys using those links. It helps out the channel. So, you know, I'm able to do videos on more of this stuff. And I got a lot of stuff coming up. I picked up a Dementor from Hard Park. I've been meaning to build one of those forever and just haven't done it, haven't had time. And hopefully I can get started on that at some point. I have that new Injora chassis, the cage setup. Oh, that was a nice fall. I want to build that thing, but honestly, I don't even know why I bought that at this point. I don't know when I'm going to have time to build that. But if you guys really want to see it, let me know. I had to go back and redeem myself on this right here. I knew this thing could come down this. This is one of those, kind of got to hit it just right to make it down slowly. You can gun it down it and make it pretty easily. But, you know, a lot of my other rigs, if you want to go down that slow, you kind of got to hit it right and just kind of let the tire slide you down like I did there. And then I wasn't able to get this up this climb. This is one of the climbs I test tires on because it is much harder than it looks. And this is the one I was talking about. A couple of my buddies were really surprised at how hard it is to get up this rock. And, you know, it doesn't look like it would be anything on video, but it's a slick rock, and it's just wide enough to kind of hit. You have to hit it just right because it either throws you to the right in a hole or to the left in a hole against the wall there. And so it's actually a pretty hard climb. And I have a few rigs that just walk up that. And we were actually very surprised. My old Rat Rod 24, SCX 24 build, I ran that thing a little bit the other day just to kind of dip back into the old stuff. And it completely just walked up that like nothing. So I'll have to show you guys sometime a few different rigs on that climb. But I couldn't get this thing up it. I feel like better tires, obviously, it'll go right up it. But a lot of it depends on where your wheelbase sits, where you catch it. Because, you know, one of my buddies, Jacob, he's got a really nice rig that's set up well, but it's a short rig. And he was trying to go up this, and his tires just would not line up where they needed to kind of catch and pull. And he just couldn't quite get up it because of that. So a lot of it depends on that. And then here you'll see I decided to kind of go this way. And this is where you're definitely going to need to glue your tires. I get in this tight spot right here. You can see the wheels just spinning inside of the tire. So you definitely either need to glue those or put some bead locks on. But the tires did pretty well overall besides that. So just toss a little glue on them, you'll be fine. But this truck went up this hill really well. This is one, sometimes you kind of got to gun it at the bottom. With this being as long as it is, it kind of went up fairly easy. So just all about getting started. It wants to throw you to the right there. But then once it got started, no problem. And it's just fun to watch that middle axle kind of flex. It's so cool. Like this rock right here, I think is really neat, just kind of watching the suspension work on the 6x6. So had a lot of fun with this rig. Definitely gonna have to get outdoors with it at some point and get some more footage of it. So you guys let me know what you want to see. I got a lot coming up, like I said. So just let me know what else you'd like to see. I appreciate everybody watching. Peace.